Okay, so this is the introduction tutorial to Desmos, and I'll start this by saying that we'll be using a special kind of Desmos, the CollegeBoard version. It doesn't really change anything, just adds some small changes, so you can add images or sounds, so it doesn't really matter. But it's basically the exact same as Desmos. So there's really four elements that I'm going to talk about here. There's this plus button here called the Add Item button, the entrance interface that I like to call it, or the prompt interface, this keyboard button here, and the graphing interface itself. So let's start with the basics, the interface for the graphing and the control panel itself. So let's say I want to graph something. F of x equals x squared. Well, there it is. I graphed it. All you have to do is type an implicit value of x and y here, and you're able to graph that on the graphing interface. So you have the vertex, the y-intercept. You can change anything later on, and you have everything you need right here. But when you go into a little bit more complexity, you're going to know that you're also going to need the add item button and the keyboard button. The add item button will allow you to add a table. You can add another f of x expression or just click enter for another expression. And you can also add interfaces, which you will not really need for the SAT. This keypad button, on the other hand, is important for clicking these individual buttons that allow you to, for example, add the root symbol or absolute values or functions with exponents or pi. And you can also use this functions tab to use stuff like trig functions, statistics, as well as geometrical functions like distance or midpoint. And all of these work, and they work just as intended. So since you're given this ability on the SAT, on the math section, you should definitely use it to your advantage. So in the next video, we'll talk about some more functions and how to use Desmos, but at least you have the basics so that you can start learning.